Hi everyone, happy summer solstice. I hope that this new season is treating you well. It has been such an intense time. I don't even know where to start. Um, we just entered Mercury retrograde this week. We have a new moon coming overnight on top of the summer solstice, and there's a solar eclipse, which amplifies the power of this new moon and all of this other energy swirling around like tenfold. I don't even know where to start. You can probably tell by looking at me, I'm absolutely exhausted. I truly feel like I don't even know the person that I was a month ago. It's like another life, another existence. I mean, we're talking, I feel like a month ago seems like decades ago or another lifetime. And there's just been that much of a shift. There's been death, there's been loss. Like it's like literally like the death of my old existence. Beliefs, patterns, just so much transformation. And I know a lot of other people are going through these things too. So it's just been a very, very powerful time. So I wanted to hop on here and do a soul connections, pick a card just to see what's going on in your connection with all of this energy. It's going to be, I'm going to try to keep it short because I don't have a lot of time, unfortunately, to dive in depth into each of these. But what we're looking at, kind of the status of the connection right now, what this person would want to say to you, where they are in their head. We're going to maybe look at some shadows or think things, triggers, things that might be coming up with all these energies for healing, either within you, within them, maybe within both of you. We're also, we have some cards at the end that are going to look at kind of the action forward. There's some affirmation cards and a journey card that we're going to look at the end. So also, I don't use separation in the title anymore, just because my philosophy has kind of changed on that there is no such thing as separation. There's physical separation. You're not together in a relationship with someone. But if your souls are bound, your energy is connected, you're never really apart. So I like to look at it that way and not focus on the fact that you're not with them. But obviously, the intention of this reading is to somebody who is you're really not in a relationship with, you're not actively communicating with. You may be communicating a little bit, but maybe they're not communicating their feelings. You don't know where things are heading. That type of situation. It can be a soulmate, karmic partner, twin flame, sacred partner, somebody who's a friend that maybe you want to take. We'll just see what comes out, but you don't have to pick a label. Just go with whatever resonates. And obviously, you probably have a particular person in mind that you're thinking of. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so take what resonates, toss the rest. If you pick a number and it doesn't resonate at all, then feel free to pick another one. And let's see what else I was going to say. Oh, I'll hold this up in a minute. I'm going to try to timestamp these, and I will also run through each of the cards that we're going to use. So I'll do that. Actually, I'll go ahead and lift this up, my old technique here. Hopefully this is not upside down. I have no idea. My brain is literally fried. We've got number 1, which is a hematite. Number 2 is a green heart-shaped crystal. I'm actually not sure what kind of crystal it is. I don't know if it's a calcite. I'm not sure, but these unique different ones I've not used before in videos were calling to me today. We also have number 3, which is a mahogany obsidian. And then I had, in addition, this blue agate that wanted to be here as well. So could be some communication wanting to come forth. I'm sorry, guys. I just getting my thing here. All right. So I'm going to set these aside. So before I get started with number 1, and some of these, just so you know, I had, especially number 3, I think, had several cards that wanted just like kind of flew out. There's not always going to be one of each card. There might be multiple from each deck. I'm not going to, list these or read the authors. Some of them I don't know. But if you want to know about a particular deck, if something calls out to you, please feel free to comment below or send me a message on Facebook, and I will get that information over to you. But we're going to use the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue, the Moonology Oracle. This is the Light Seer Tarot. We've got the Mystic Moon Oracles. I think she calls it the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle now. I think she changed that name since I purchased this. Messages of Love Oracle by All Things Intuitive. Twin Flame Messages by Mystic Moon, Angelic Revelation, Naked Flame, Healing Messages, Twin Flame Shadows by Mystic Moon. This is the, I'm totally blanking on what card this is, but this is a healing deck. This is a healing energy oracle of some sort. Healing Shadows or something like that. We've got the Journey Oracle, and then we've got the Miracles Now. And the Miracles Now, just so you guys know, full disclosure, obviously I shuffled these off camera to save time. I did pull out from the Miracles Now, these are more like affirmations, ones that were more tied into a soul connection vibe versus, you know, abundance or diet or, you know, that type of thing. It was ones that would more be relevant because I wanted the messages to be, you know, specific to that. So, okay, so we're going to start then with number 1, which was the hematite. Like I said, this one, I don't know, it's weird that these were coming out to me, calling out to me. There's a lot going on here. So what I'm picking up on here, you know, this is a soulmate connection. This is, it does not necessarily mean that when you use the term soulmate, it doesn't mean that this is the person that you're going to end up with. Soulmates come into our lives to teach us lessons, and that might be their only purpose in this life. It doesn't mean you're going to end up with them and, you know, ride off into the sunset. But what I'm picking up on is this was a very strong bond, somebody that is you know, a very strong connection. And I feel like both of you, you know, if this is going to come back together, what we got for the moon card was adjustments are required. So what I'm picking up on here is that both of you have work to do on yourselves. I think there's some cycles that need to be closed out, and I think that the cycles are perhaps toxic patterns, thought patterns. Just what I'm getting is this connection is going to be silenced. It's going to be on mute until one or both of you heal your inner child. It's not going to go forward until that happens. And I think with retrograde, it may have even brought up a lot of this stuff, and maybe that's why maybe you just recently separated. Or it's stirring up all of these things. You might be having dreams. You might be having maybe something they did triggered your inner child. But what's interesting to me is that I feel like there could be potential for this to come back together again. I'm not seeing that it's not. But I feel like either way, you've got to look at what you've learned in this relationship and grow from it versus staying in that wounded state. And so what we have next after inner child, we have unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve. And you know, something you've got to remember is when somebody's unavailable for you and they're not showing up for you, you need to look in the mirror and see where you aren't showing up for yourself. They're unable to give you all you deserve, but the question is, are you giving yourself what you deserve? Are you, you know, is your inner child healed? Are you making the adjustments? Are you making compromise? Because I feel like here both of you probably have a lot of wounds that have not been healed. The messages from this person is maybe we're just too different. Maybe we're just too different. And I'm sensing on, okay, maybe you're not, but you just are communicating in a different way, or you're so you know, there's work that you both have to do where you're wounded, that you think you're different. You're just like so ingrained in your ways, and you're thinking, well, they're attacking me and this and that. Something else may have happened. This may be just a specific message for a certain subset of you that chose number one, but your person is saying to you, I feel that you disrespected me and betrayed me. I am a loyal person and I want to feel that I can trust you completely. Please acknowledge the hurt you have caused me, as this will help me to heal. So, I feel like whatever has happened between you and this person, they're haunted by it. We've got this card here. They're haunted by it and you are haunted by it. But I think you're also being haunted by ghosts of the past, the inner child, the things that need to be closed out. So right now it's like this person, I don't see this coming back together until you start the work on yourself. I think if you're hoping to heal this, I think this person is still very much in their wounded energy, and I think you're in your wounded energy. They definitely have their, I mean, it says they're unavailable. The fact that they're, and I'm not saying this is justified or not, but it seems like they are putting the blame on you. I feel that you disrespected me and betrayed me. I am a loyal person and I want to feel that I can trust you completely. Please acknowledge the hurt you have caused me, as this will help me to heal. So this is all about me. Okay. And that doesn't mean that, that I'm not saying that they're like a narcissist or something like that, or they're in the wrong, but that's the mindset they're in, is they're blaming you for something. Now, if that's justified, then perhaps you can go back and look at it from a different perspective and realize maybe you reacted out of your inner child in some manner. And that's what, caused this. Now, something to keep in mind as well. We also got, as far as a healing card, pay attention to signs. Okay. And it's a number 10. So if you were ignoring the signs and red flags, and that could be an adjustment, that could be a pattern, that could be something with your inner child that you need to heal going forward. Close out this cycle. That's why we got the world here. With this person, acknowledge they were a soulmate. They've taught you these lessons, and then you can move forward. Now, the journey message that you've got to go forward is alone. You have disconnected from the universe and your intuition. So I feel like whatever happened here with this person or some other things you're going through, it's like you're very much, I'm sensing kind of some dark energy, some hurt. And again, maybe you closed them off. You've disconnected from the universe and your intuition. Could also mean that you've shut this person out. Maybe they've attacked you. They've just, because the unavailable again could be you're unavailable to yourself. So this is a call, I think, to open yourself up to your own healing, to your own starting your own journey on yourself, and connecting to spirit and your intuition, paying attention to signs. Look back at this relationship and think, were there red flags I missed? Were there things that maybe I shouldn't have muted out? Maybe I just turned a blind eye to things that this person was doing, and that was because of my inner child not being healed, right? So maybe you don't want this person to come back. But again, I'm getting that they're blaming you for something. They're very much, I think both of you have a lot of work to do solo before you can come back together, if that's in the cards. Now, what could be is there could be some fear here as to, maybe you were afraid they were going to leave you because of some wounds that you have. And so maybe you sabotage the connection, not even intentionally, but maybe that's why they're feeling betrayed. Like, why did you do that? And maybe you were the one that was unavailable, and maybe some things from your past were haunting you, and it was fear that caused this to break apart. So your affirmation going forward is, I choose to reinterpret my fears with a more loving perspective. I choose to reinterpret my fears with a more loving perspective. And again, that's, where it could be in alignment with maybe you did do something to hurt them, or you reacted in a defensive manner because of your wounded inner child. Or maybe they did, it's like, it's just going, whatever this is, I feel like there's sort of some mirroring going on. My recommendation is that you really kind of tap into spirit, try to focus on the light. I feel like they're, with a lot of these cards are darker cards. with the haunted energy and the signs. Um, Focus on the lessons, focus on, maybe write down some lists of things, where, maybe not to assign fault, but certain things in the relationship where you can acknowledge that you were the party that maybe instigated something, or that where you were wounded, or where, and kind of make a list and try to just learn from it, see what you need to have healed. But clearly there's some inner child work that needs to be done. Okay, so that is number one. And again, if you want to look into your personal situation and more in depth, that information is down below. Okay, number two was the green crystal. Oh. Okay. So what I'm getting is that either you or this other person has may have a third party, or may just be a non-committal energy, or they have been in the past. Because we've got the flirt card. Okay, so they could just be a flirt. They might be flirting with you, flirting with a bunch of other people. So there's a couple of different things coming through. So we've got the flirt card, followed right behind it is it's time to take action. So if you have not expressed, some flirtation towards this person because you've been afraid that, they are with someone else, I'm getting that this is going to come out wrong. I mean, you don't want to throw yourself at somebody who's not available. Okay. But if the flirtation card is kind of about some lighthearted energy. If you're comfortable with just like maintaining a flirty friendship with this person and seeing where it goes and giving them the space they need to kind of just figure things out, don't put your own life on hold is what I'm getting. Just flow. You've got the tribe card. Sorry, I've got animals that are acting up here. The tribe card. So again, this could just be confirmation that you need to kind of just go out, do your own thing, be with your friends, try to meet new people, just, or that they may be doing the same thing. They might be hanging with the guys. They might be in this mode, like bachelor mode, where they don't want to settle down. But what I am getting, I mean, we do have the Ace of Pentacles here, which is a great card. It's a beautiful card. It's a card about a new beginning in the physical, tangible realm. Of all the aces, I think, other than maybe the Ace of Cups, I mean, the Ace of Pentacles is kind of, I mean, see how it's like, this is like come to fruition and it's been pulled out of the ground, like it's ready to flourish, right? So the problem is, it's ready. I think they want this with you, but they're not necessarily ready to settle down. So you've got interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. So it's either you are allowing someone else, you're flirting with other people, you're not wanting to settle down, or they are kind of just in this non-committal energy. Okay, but they're saying, my mind and heart always comes back to you. My mind and heart always comes back to you. So you're definitely on their mind, but we've still got this energy of unavailable. And it's interesting that it came out in the last one too, but unavailable is the shadow. Unavailable and sexuality, or the healing cards. So I'm just getting that they're you either have intimidated them sexually, maybe to where they're just scared, and so they're in this non-committal mode. They're just like flirting, doing all these other things. Or maybe they are sexually promiscuous just by nature. There's just something, an issue, I feel like, with sexuality that they're afraid to. I think that if they engage in a sexual relationship with you, they I think are aware of what it represents, right? That this, like, they're not going to be able to go there with you and do it lightly and have this little, like, this flirtation energy. That I think that they will develop feelings, or they already have feelings, and so that's why they're making themselves unavailable, because there's something around sexuality. And what's interesting is we've got, my mind and heart always come back to you, or the message they want to say. They also are saying, I'm not running anymore. The only running I'm doing now is towards you. But I still feel like there's this action, this just non-committal energy happening where they're just kind of with their guys, their tribe, whatever. And, you should be doing the same thing. Now, it says it's time to take action, but I'm getting more of maybe just living your own life. Go out and flirt with people, make a fresh start, and find your own peace and joy in each moment. Flow. We've got peace that came out, the concept of peace, several times in this reading. So peace is finally yours, and you are free to be yourself. Flow. So I'd say I would just stop attaching yourself to this person with this eclipse energy. I think it's kind of asking you to kind of cut off and really go forward in your own fresh start. And if they're, if they really have these intentions that they're going to run towards you, that their mind always comes back to you, you pulling back your energy, I think is going to make a shift in the connection. And you never know, you might meet somebody else, in that regard. But as of right now, they're unavailable, and there's something, again, I'm getting with sexuality, interference with third parties. But your affirmations: my presence is my power. I can find peace in every breath. So it's just flow, peace, live in the moment and enjoy your life, and don't focus your energy on them, and engage. I feel like it's just become more lighthearted. Take action for your own life to make a fresh start. And if this person really is going to run back towards you, they will. Once you head the other direction, they're going to run after you. Okay? So I hope that made sense. Number three. Number three was the mahogany obsidian. That looks okay. Oh, wow. This is interesting. This is the one that had a ton of stuff. Okay. I think this is something that has the potential to move forward at some point in time, but what I'm getting is right now, it's not the right time. This retreat card, it's time to disconnect from the world. Obviously they look like they're on a honeymoon, like they just got married or something like that, but I'm getting that it's more like pulling back your energy, disconnecting and getting to know yourself, like walk, because there's a lot of conflicting cards here, but we've got this retreat with walking away as one of the shadow cards that came out. Scorned, power, walking away. We also have prosperity lies ahead and Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is the moon card, and it almost looks like an eclipse, doesn't it, or a new moon. Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love. So I think it's, the problem is right now, there's a couple of different scenarios. The person that you've either are thinking about is a karmic partner, okay? And you're ultimately walking away from that situation to, find your soulmate, okay? Or you're hanging on to this person thinking they're your soulmate, and they're with a karmic partner, okay? So I think what you need to do, what I'm getting strongly, is step into your power, focus on loving yourself, and retreating is like just pulling. If this person isn't giving you attention, time, affection, commitment, the things that you want and deserve, then the retreat, is like to go back in within yourself and turn that love on yourself and know that prosperity lies ahead and a new beginning in love is going to come because you are safe and divinely guided. You're protected. You're protected. And it soon it will come to light, if they're with a karmic partner and you're meant to be with them, what the more you work on yourself, they'll learn their lessons and they will come back. If not, it's going to bring in a soulmate who is right for you. But notice how in this, like, he's almost like a shadow behind her holding her. Like, she's laying there, like, imagining him. He's like an illusion. Okay, so I'm getting kind of that this person might be an illusion. Their message to you: I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. This one is a little odd. I know I have impossibly high standards and I have held resentment towards you when I have been upset with you. I'm working on forgiving you and myself. I think that goes along the lines of like this feeling damaged, like they can't do this. They have high standards because they want to be what everything you are and everything that they inspire. You inspire them to be a certain way and they can't live up to it. They know they can't. And then they hold that resentment towards you. And that's why they shut down, they ghost. They're just in this cycle, I feel like. But it does say, I am growing and learning every day thanks to you. See, I was just saying that you inspire them. You truly are earth angel sent from heaven to guide my way. The problem is, right now, the shadows, like you're feeling scorned. You're feeling like, kind of like they've taken your power away. Like, it's almost like if you're this cat, like it's like they've got the treats or whatever it is in this cup that, it's like you're just waiting. Please give me, just give me some sort of crumb, give me something. But I feel like what I'm getting is it's time to walk away, because the guidance is horizon. Do not keep yourself in a box. Look at the bigger picture, that there's more possibilities out there. Don't focus on this one person who's not even showing up for you. You want them there, yes, but there's more out there. And so your affirmation is, if I want to feel supported, I must support myself. If I want to feel supported, I must support myself. And so I'm getting it that this new beginning in love is about loving yourself, healing your heart, trusting your guidance, and looking at bigger pictures. And again, I'm getting the retreat and the walking away. It's like if this person feels damaged, if they're holding resentment and they still have a lot of growing to do, they may need to be in this karmic relationship to do that. Unfortunately, but you have to just know, if somebody's not showing up for you in the real, in the physical, tangible realm, they're not showing up for you. You need to show up for yourself. And what does that? I mean, if I want to feel supported, I must support myself, because this person is not supporting you. This person is not supporting you. So yeah, I'm just getting very strongly, if you can go away, even if it's just like a cabin for the weekend, or just get out in nature and just, really think about a lot of self-care is what I'm getting. Work on writing down with this new moon, all of the qualities. Give gratitude for the person that you have in your life, as if you have them in your life, and imagine that, right? What does that person look like? What do they do? How do they act? How do they treat you? And then, ask yourself if you're receptive for that type of love. There's sometimes underlying worthiness issues that need to be healed. And so I'm getting that kind of, it's like you've got to have your heart totally open to this. And if you're holding on to an illusion, to somebody who's unavailable, in this energy right here, that you're not in your power and you're not in the mode to receive love. So, I hope that helps. I feel bad, guys, because all three of these were kind of heavy, I feel like, but I think it could just be a product of Mercury retrograde. Maybe wondering if somebody's going to come back. If somebody does come back in your life and you're trying to figure out what the point of the connection is, I think we're at this point where we're trying to be urged to cut away things that no longer serve, learn the lessons, and grow into shift into a new reality. So I think that's where this is coming from. So hopefully we will see progress. I think we will, between now and the next eclipse, July 4th weekend. So until then, I will see you guys later. Take care.